Hello and welcome to Yapping at Midnight with Bonnie. So, as you guys know, this isn't a podcast. This is a more looser, fun, say whatever the heck you want to say type of show. And, Bonnie has no filter to begin with, so now it's really off. But can you believe it? She was here on time. I got so thrown off, but it made me so happy. So, yeah, let's jump into this son of a monkey's uncle. Huh? What do you say, Bonnie?
I say, yeah, let's do it.
All right. So, oh, look, the chat thing actually is working for right now. Yes, turnaround, big time. Mm. You know that inspirational baby that they have. That's like, that's how I feel.
You woke up that way, though. You've been sending me motivational stuff all day, so
Yeah, I feel. I don't know today.
you're
Today
bringing
felt
it
like a
on.
good day, and a few things hit me, and it's like, you know what? Let's change some stuff. Let's be positive. And hello, Kelvin. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
What are you doing, boy?
What did he say?
He's talking to the dog really loud.
Afro, welcome. Afro Samurai. uh,
Hello, hello.
yeah. So I don't know today. Oh wow. Well, I semi have it working. It's not showing the way it's supposed to show. The
So, what got you so motivated?
Wait, give me 1 second, Bonnie. I'm trying to see if I can get this. Wait, I just changed something I wasn't supposed to. You know what? I think I'm probably going to leave this alone. Um, what got me so motivated? Um,
Hmm.
I don't know. Honestly, I have no idea. I think it was just a multitude of things. Just like, it's the new year and the tail end of 2022 slapped everyone in the face.
Uh, yes, yes,
And
yes.
and I don't want to carry that with me into 2023 even though it's a odd number and I prefer even. I don't want to carry that into it. And it's like, you know what? Things
Right.
aren't as bad as they appear. You still have chances and openings that you can make something happen. And it's like if you're going to set the year up and
Mm,
make it a down year and we're still so early, then what's wrong with you?
right,
And it's
right.
like, no, no, we're not doing that.
I wasn't sure if it was like turn your frown upside down. Like, but no, you were just like, I'm going, yeah, I'm digging this motivation stuff. I was like, send me some more of it because, it's like, I've not been bad actually. Everything's been decent. I mean, we got, some things, chaos going on, but it's other than that, I can't complain. You know what I mean? I've had much worse times. And honestly, it's just like, getting comfortable. I think I'm enjoying, trying to find my niche at, you know, being at home for right now. And that's because for years and years and years and years, I've been working out of the house constant. And I guess it's just like I'm having to adjust to a whole different kind of setting. Which is neat because now I'm going and picking up. Like today, I was excited. I got to pick up my nephew and spend some time with both my nephews, and that was enjoyable. But it's a whole different slew of things than what I've been used to. It's running errands for everybody, helping mom out with dad and things like that. It's been a lot, um, but it's also a blessing. It's been nice to have extra time with the family.
Yeah.
because I think it's going to be one of those things that you look back on later and glad that you did, that you've had that time.
I think so. As corny as it is, we truly have to make lemonade out of lemons. And I love my lemonade.
I like making margaritas out of limes, but
Well, whatever floats your boat. but yeah,
but no, you know what I mean? Um, it is. It's a perception thing. You can either take things that are rough. Oh, you could sit there and be like, okay, it's exhausting having to make sure I'm doing all these errands for other people and stuff, or I can be grateful that I have this time with them because sorry, the train
oh, it's
so
all
loud,
good.
you know. But sorry, it reminds every time I hear the damn train, it makes me think of a Johnny Cash song. And I live in this town, so I hear it all the time. Um, no, I'm glad that I have this time. Because a year ago there wasn't this kind of healing in the family, that the dynamics changed so much, and I'm very, very grateful for it. Healing, so much healing, and it's wonderful. So, and just kind of like trying for once go with the flow. Um, Having to learn to deal with and manage my ADHD in a whole different way. And there's some days that it is outright crazy. Like, uh, Eris herself, the goddess of chaos, would be like, oh, I am quite, I would stress her out. I'm pretty sure there's days. But also, I'm learning to manage and deal with things better. I'm trying to speak clearly and more slowly. Like, I'm having to realize there's no rush. Why rush? Like, even with the way I speak, slow it down a notch. And it's taken some, like, I would say, maybe reprogramming instead of, deprogramming. It's for something that has been my whole communication style, like the fast speech, because my brain's constantly just spinning. Slow it down, like, just to slow it down a notch for me has been a bit of a challenge, yet I am noticing a difference. Still working on the forgetting shit thing, but it is what it is.
And no, real quick. Um, Hello everyone joining us. Thank you. I don't know if you could tell or not, but I am fiddling around with this chat thing. I'm still trying to get it working properly, but whatever. At least it's starting to show up now. But I have to make it bigger and blah 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 yakety smackety. But hello, Stephanie, Simona. I already said hello, Kelvin, but it looks like he has a birthday soon. So, Kelvin,
Happy birthday.
happy early birthday.
You
And
and
I already said hello to Afro Samurai.
that's such a
Doll,
cool name.
huh?
That's such a cool name.
Yeah. Have you ever seen the anime Afro Samurai?
No.
Oh, you need to watch it. Samuel L. Jackson, he voices Afro and Ninja, and
Oh,
it's short. It's only 6 episodes plus a movie, and it's really good.
I have to finish, and I'm enjoying it, and but I do this with animes. I'll watch half of it and like kind of like I'll get sidetracked, and then I'll finish watching it. So like I think what is the one? Hold on. It's a genre of music, but it's actually from a game. Hold on. Shit.
Cue that Jeopardy music.
It's okay. So basically, where the people are becoming robots, and it's an anime that is got Hispanic sounding names and the Japanese. Like, oh God, because I was asking, Jordan was the one that showed it to me, and I'm going, I feel like there's a whole big mix in, because it's like the cultures are all mixed and intertwined, which is cool. But it's like, I'm like, okay, help me understand what's going on here. And he's like, it's just the styles that I guess the creators went with. But what is the name of it?
Yeah, good question. I have absolutely no idea, but while you're thinking about it, hello, Doll and Jennifer. Welcome, Jennifer Vatsa. Uh,
Hey, Jen. Hey,
Kit,
doll.
Kitten, hello. Morning Star, hello, welcome. Harley Quinn, welcome. Harley, I got
Woo!
your message on Twitter. I have not forgotten about you. I'm just being lazy. But don't worry, you will get what you want within the next couple of weeks. So I have not forgotten. Just letting you know. All right. Did you remember the name now?
No, I didn't, and it's going to drive me crazy. But oh, whatever. It's going to make me nuts. But uh,
Yeah,
I'm
it'll
trying to
come
think.
to you eventually.
Yes, but no. Um, what have you been up to? I know the book and all that's going on. Anything new?
Uh well, define new. I
Ooh.
I would say that nothing quite new, but more of a continuation of where I left off. And I know that makes like what does that mean? Well,
Mm.
it it means it's a continuation from where I left off. And we're oh gosh, no, not that. Sorry, I'm still fiddling around with mess and I did a no.
What did you
And
do? Ooh.
I'm trying to get this font right so we can see the chat pop up on screen a little better. And yeah, so working on a new book. It is not So Strange Times. This is something else. And I will most likely give a prologue tease within the next few months and maybe a chapter one tease like I did for So Strange.
Got
And I um something else. Oh, yes. Okay. I this is the first time I'm actually ever advertising this for on Unexplained Possibilities, but I decided to start back up my gaming channel.
Ooh. Okay.
So if you guys are into gaming and you want to hear me commentate over oh, too big and you want to hear me commentate over some terrible gameplay or whatever or get to know my personality outside of the Crimson Taurus, which honestly it's not too different, then check out Crimson Gaming. So yeah.
Some of these games are quite downright terrifying. I was one of my friends from my group's last podcast on the left was talking about this game he was playing. It's like dads and babies. I don't know. But basically, the dads are running around after these babies and toddlers trying to keep the babies from killing themselves. And evidently, you can play as the baby or as the dad. Evidently, I'm guessing that my friend was the baby yesterday because he managed to catch it and get himself in a blender and cut himself up.
What
So,
game is that?
I wish I can't remember the name of it right offhand, but I'm like, this sounds, I don't know why it's intriguing to me because it looks like chaos. Um, yeah, I don't even know. It was like, it showed their link to Twitch where I guess they all are playing around it in the evenings, but it's like, what the hell kind of game is this? And of course, it's the graphics looked the graphics made Sims look really good. I
Oh,
mean, it's like some crazy looking babies, and the dads are even more frightening. I'd be running from the dad if I was the baby too. I mean, it's some weird looking graphics. Some of that stuff, some of the graphics to me on video games in general is just eerie. Like when they don't even almost have a human look. Like it's like, okay, what are we doing here? Like, I wish I had to give you some screenshots of this one because you would be like, what the hell is this? It's some kind of crazy game. It looks odd. It looks crazy to play, though. It'd be interesting just to watch others play, I think. I'm not much of a gamer,
Oh, I
but
know
games
you're
like that.
not.
Well, I do like watching I'm one of those that there are times where I watch other people play, just kind of see what I want to know what the big hype's about or whatnot. I used to watch the boys play all the different little zombie games. The little zombie games. I sound like my mom now. The little zombie games that you play, Um, but those were always interesting to me. Of course, I got kicked out of the games a long time ago by my boys because they were spending more time saving my ass than actually defending ourselves against the zombies. So, did you ever play Left 4 Dead?
Yeah, but I don't like those type of games because I'm antisocial, so I stay away from multiplayer stuff.
Yeah, I get you. Well, I don't do anything but walk into walls, so
Yeah,
I just don't know how to work the controllers at all.
your hand-eye coordination
Mm.
needs to be worked on.
A little lot bit, actually.
And hello, Scarlett, Get Smart Quick, and Noella. You know, Noella, I saw you when you popped in, and I forgot to say hello to you. So you get the special hello. So let's see if we can do it because my throat's a little there. Noella, welcome to Unexplained Possibilities.
Yeah. Mm-mm-mm. So no, I still cannot think of the name of that. I keep trying to go back to the name of that one anime, but I won't be able to think about it tonight.
Yeah, it'll come to you when it comes to you. Don't even bother.
I'll be asleep and I'll message you in the middle of the night is what's going to happen.
Yeah. I remember it. I'm not going to know what you're talking about. I'm probably going to be eating a taco or something to get this weird message. What is this woman on about? What's wrong with you?
Like, oh, let's just see, there's the ADD brain, but that's all right. It happens.
Anyway, I hope all you guys are having a great night and a good new year. Or should I say a great new year and a good night? I don't know. One of those. And
Either
yeah, either way. And thank you for joining us. And you got a comment, Bonnie, saying, look, it looks like you're set up for a dance off. You're getting ready to do some dance battling. So, I mean, if you know how to boogaloo, go right on ahead. Did I just age myself right there?
said boogaloo.
Yeah, boogaloo, man. Oh, no one's gonna know what that is if they're under a certain age. They're gonna be like, "What the heck's a boogaloo? Is that a STD or something?" Oh, speaking of STDs, so I don't know if you guys saw my announcement or not, but I'll put it out there now. And I was very much against this for the longest time, unless I got paid. If I get paid $30, I'll do it immediately. But we lost Bonnie. Oh no, Bonnie, where'd you go? Oh, she's back.
Just unfortunately, we just had an Amber Alert. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, but so I
Um,
hope whoever that is, they find that baby safe.
yeah, fingers
Too
crossed.
many of those end bad.
So, well, this kind of takes the oomph out of it now, but
Or
um, so yeah, if I get paid $30, I'll do it immediately. But as a way of saying thank you and trying to give back, rewarding you guys, once we hit 700 subs, and I'm very sure we will hit 700 subscribers. We're 75 away. I will do a review of Melinda's third book, The Psychic Super Defense, Self Defense. I don't know what it's called. It sounds like something from Harry Potter. I will torture myself for your entertainment, but I will also give you an honest review as well. So once we hit 700 or I get paid $30, either way.
do it, do it, do it, do it, do it.
So
Oh my gosh! If anybody wants to donate that $30, sorry, I don't want you tortured, Mel. Don't. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do
um,
it.
but
No, because what will happen is you're gonna call me and you're gonna go, Bonnie.
oh yeah, if I'm getting towards you, a little bit's going towards you.
I can handle it. Well, I don't know. There's just some days she's too much.
Put crystals on your crotch, and you will be safe from Baphomet's huge presence.
Huh?
Well, Noella said it, not me.
Okay, I'll move it then.
Is that an 8 ball? Why do you have a
No,
magic 8 ball?
it's an obsidian.
Oh, it's obsidian. It looks like a freaking magic 8 ball. That's a big son of a monkey's
You're
uncle.
wrong. It's an obsidian. It says it's an obsidian.
Stephanie, I haven't activated or not activated. I haven't made it public yet, but I do have a channel, a story channel. I just haven't put anything on it just yet because I don't know if I want to do uh, anything original or if I want to get a license or whatever is free to tell story wise. So I have to decide that. If it's original, I'm a bit worried some prick's gonna take it and I would be highly upset. Or I could put the too crazy to believes on there or something. So I don't know. But I do have a channel for that. I just haven't done anything just yet. So, Bonnie, what about you? Oh, yeah, that's right. You did some narration recently, and I have to edit up the little outtakes. I do have that saved. How would you guys like to hear some stuff?
Oh my
Let's
god.
now here's the thing though, because I don't know how to do it to where you can hear it, Bonnie, but they'll be able to hear it. So let me go to that file and let's play a little bit of Bonnie's mess ups here.
Oh no.
Let's see. How do I do this?
I'm gonna go get my vape.
You're gonna get your vape.
Yes, I'm gonna have to get it because I need the vape. He's reading my vape. He's playing my message. No.
Okay, so I'm not gonna play everything because I do want to add a few little things to it, mostly just some background music. But let's uh let's hear what Bonnie has to say. Ooh, that's all the way at the ending. Hold up. Here we go.
Necromancy has become a subject washed over with misinformation and media hype over the past decade or so. Most would consider bomb. To do this, we need to look.
What the heck? Whoa, hold up. Something just happened. Why did that just go off? I'm not paying attention to a screen. What? Oh, shoot! Stephanie!
What?
She tipped $30.
Thank you,
Oh my
Stephanie.
God. Well, first, thank you. Second, you're kind of mean. Third, I will keep my word. We will be reviewing.
Please buy it in a discount bin, though. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, I yes. Wow, I wasn't expecting that. Oh
15's for the book, 15's for pain and suffering.
yeah, okay. I will keep my word. I
And Scarlett's around for the therapy, right?
Scarlett's around for the therapy.
Okay. Because you might need some therapy after. I'm pretty sure.
Um. All right. Let me just play a blooper or two, and we'll get into. Wow. Holy cow. Um, darn.
Mancy is indicative. How is it when I Here we go. To do this, we need to look at the etymology. Necro means dead. Mancy is indicative. Almost. I almost got it. Why? Okay, I'm gonna think of the dick. Sorry.
All right, there you guys go. Just a quick little sample. I don't know how loud that was for you guys, but hopefully you heard it. And
Which one was it?
you couldn't say indicative.
Indicative.
Indicative, excuse me.
Indicative. I can say it now. Indicative.
Now you can, but not when we were recording. Um, okay, so yeah, Stephanie just threw down the gauntlet. It's going to happen, and yeah, okay. Shoot. Um,
Swish and flick. Sorry, I watched Harry Potter last night.
oh, all good. I might have to watch it for references. Um, shoot. It's hard. Oh man, this totally threw me off. Okay, yeah, all right, all right.
I'm so excited. This is going to be great.
Like
Well, I don't know why it sounds like I'm excited about putting you through misery, but
I have the other two books around here somewhere too. Like I normally I'm not this disrespectful with printed media, not medium. Oh my gosh, it's already happening. What did I? Anyway, I have um
ring the bell every time you make a funny.
the other two books around here somewhere, but I'm just so disrespectful to them. I just toss them aside. I think Sweet Pea sits on them and lays on. It's just like I really.
Well, if there is ever another toilet paper shortage, just saying.
Well, no, I was ahead of the game for that because I buy in bulk to begin with, so I have like a big box of 100 rolls. So I'm good to go. Although people might ask, why do you need that much if it's just you? Well, you never know.
In case we have a toilet paper shortage, right?
Exactly.
Next time someone gives you hell, say, do you remember, what was it, 2020? Yeah, I remember the year of the toilet paper shortage.
Yeah, so I was good.
Oh.
I had gold.
My cousin has been dying at me because I went to their house. I guess it was, well, not this past weekend, but the one before it. His birthday, we had a surprise party. We all came up. We went to Austin, and all the family was up there and just rang on the doorbell and like, hey. He's like, the look on his face. Anyway, get to the point here. He has a bidet. Oh my gosh, it's a life changer. I said, whoo. I went and got a little swish swish. It was, I've never used one before, and I need one now.
I'm not going down that route.
Oh, it's lovely.
It's weird. You do you, and they do them. Everyone does everyone. That's just.
It was funny. Everybody was like commenting on their bidet every time. Like you could tell how country our family was because they're like, "Wow, you got one of them bidets." It was great.
Speaking of getting something, for Christmas, I do believe you got a REM pod.
I did.
Yeah, and so for full disclosure, I actually gave Bonnie a request that she talk about the tools of a paranormal investigator, and REM pod being one of them. And how do you like it?
I personally love it. It works well, and like when it comes to just a regular haunting or spirit, like any type of spirit presence.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, I've had some major success with Belial when it comes to the REM pod. Um, in fact, it was one day I just had it in there, and I had turned the REM pod on, and I wasn't even really paying attention. I just left it on to see if anything would happen, and I didn't realize that Curtis was in the or recording the recording room and literally messing with his sigil, and the REM pod starts going off like crazy. And he goes, "What the heck?" And I said, "What are you doing?" He says, "Well, I have this." And I looked and I started laughing. I said, "Well," I explained to him when I was with Live Sci-Fi that we had the same spirit messing with the REM pod at that occasion too. Um, so it was very interesting because on two different occasions, Belial, whatever. I don't even know. I usually call him Belial, and a while ago I said Belial, and that's sticking in my brain. So I always try to note to self those little weird things I do like that. But it's twice that I've had like some big time hits on the REM pod, especially with that spirit itself. It seems to be one that when you work with spirits, it will. I think the REM pod is going to come in handy quite a bit, to be honest. So I'm going to start probably experimenting with that more, recording more on it and seeing different. I'll see if I want to try with Belial more first, then seeing if I can kind of venture out into different spirits and see which other ones may like the REM pod. Right now, of course, probably maybe because it's new, but it's my favorite. Even though I will always love the ghost box, right now the REM pod's kind of like moved up there a bit, and because it
Okay,
can.
so that was weird. You didn't catch it, but there was a weird, quick beep noise. Something just beep. It messed with something.
Interesting. Well, we've had not just me, but like the different like I swear it's either Faye or something because we'll have different things like small little stupid stuff will go missing lately, and like so we're gonna have to put out like a little dish for the Faye or whatnot because it seems like when we're not giving them their little offerings that especially around me, and I don't know why, but like a lot of stuff will come up missing. And let's just say I'm not the best anyway when it comes to trying to, hey Bonnie, where did you put this? I am literally having to force myself to keep everything in the same spot consistently lately. I mean, even more so than before, especially, right now until I get back on, I'm able to get on medication again. But I'm adjusting okay. So I don't know. I kind of like, as long as I can have my antidepressant, which I do, I think I'm handling the ADHD stuff as best as possible. A lot better than I ever thought I could, to be quite honest. I was afraid. I mean, I still lose a lot. Don't get me wrong. But there are times like earlier, Curtis knows he had it in his hand. I think it was one of our vapes because we're still not smoking. And really, this one has a little bit of nicotine, not much, but pretty much zero on the nicotine for the most part.
That's awesome.
Over, what's it, 3 months now?
Holy shoot.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like, and that's what I'm feeling better. So it's like a lot of positive change, but it's a lot of change. You know what I mean? So anytime there's change, it's like trying to readjust. And anytime, I know a lot of people out there, I'm not the only one that has the ADHD. And when you have ADHD and you're going through big changes, it's sometimes can be overwhelming. But I'm really surprised and really proud of myself, I guess. I'll go as far as to say I'm proud of myself and how well I've been dealing.
You should be proud of yourself. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Congrats, man. Wow, 3 months and handling the ADHD. That's big. And Noella, she has a question saying or asking, can you explain exactly what that is? That being the REM pod. And I'm going to answer for Bonnie. No, because Bonnie has homework for her channel. And if you want to learn what it is, you're going to have to pester her over there to explain what the tools of the trade are.
I'll get on that this week. Actually, you've motivated me into a state of, well, I can. I think I can. I think I can.
Yeah. Now
Yeah,
just do it.
I know, right?
Yeah. So, like Nike and Shia LaBeouf. Do it. Just do it. Darn it.
Right?
Just do it. You
Oh
can
my
do it.
goodness. Just do it. I
Yeah.
don't know why I said it that way. Just do it.
Well, this sounds like Rosie Perez.
Oh my goodness. Of all, like, I bet there's a lot of people that don't know who Rosie Perez is, though.
Oh, I'm aging myself again. And shame on them if they don't know who she is and they need to watch White Man Can't Jump. So
That is a weird, like, today, literally, my nephew was talking about that he's not going to be playing baseball this year. I said, well, what, are you focusing on football? Because I know he's really into football now.
mm-hmm.
And he says, yeah, football and basketball. I said, well, they say white man can't jump. And he did. It just went right over his head. And he just, well, no, I can jump really high. I said, okay, never mind. Ask your mama.
Well,
Yeah, he just, it went whoop.
Yeah, that's a shame. That's a really
It
good
is,
movie.
isn't it? Like,
And
maybe I
fun
just need to,
reference.
I'm going to have to show him.
Yeah, you do. But
Well, like, Curtis had never seen Good Times the other day, and we were like laughing our butts off. Like, it's relatable. You know what I mean?
that's why I
Like,
can't watch it. I can't. I don't want relatable. I live this mess. I don't want to.
that's what's sad. I was talking to you about it. You were like, that's depressing. I'm like,
Yes.
what? It's just life, man.
It's depressing. No, I can't do it. And then they play up some stereotypes. I can't do it. Now, All in the Family, I can do. I love All in the Family.
I like All in the Family too, though.
And
But
Archie.
see, I was like, I always call him Archie Bunker, but that's the person, not the show. Which is, anyway, that now. So if you either love it or you hate it, but I love Lucy, and
Yeah. Lucy's fun.
Curtis says I think she makes him nervous. I'm like, she makes you nervous and I don't. Jeez.
No, I love Lucy. Well, yes.
I see what you did. I do too.
But Lucy's amazing. I love all those old shows. So All in the Family, I love Lucy. Some of Bewitched. I don't think I like the other Darren. I think I like the original Darren better. Of course, I love I Dream of Jeannie. Just
what do you like? How about Wilbur? Sorry, that was really bad.
I like Mr. Ed.
I do.
Yeah.
A horse is the horse, of course.
Yeah,
of course.
Mr. Ed was fun. Leave It to Beaver, Andy Griffith. Danny Thomas show was great. The Honeymooners. Which one?
The Odd Couple.
I like The Odd Couple. I enjoyed the movie as well.
Wait, what is done? Is that Get Smart?
Yes, Get Smart.
Okay. What about the flying?
Oh, no. That is The Odd Couple. That's The Odd Couple. Get Smart is dun 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 dun. Yeah. Oh, and speaking of Get Smart, hello, Get Smart Quick. I think I said hello to you before, but if I didn't, I'm saying it again. And I love that he looked up Rosie Perez. Straight up said she looks like a cutie.
Rosie Perez was cute, and I loved it because she kind of has that. Her accent's great. But who else has that? The one that's in My Cousin Vinny. God, my dad thinks she's adorable.
Oh, Marissa Tomei.
My dad absolutely thinks Marissa Tomei is so cute. I'm like, I know you do.
That's good taste.
She is, though.
Yeah,
She
Marissa Tomei. My biological clock is ticking.
I love that movie. That one's good.
Yeah, boy, man, Marissa Tomei, good lord. If you want to see the first thing she's ever acted in a very significant role, then check out Sylvester Stallone's movie Oscar, which
Oh,
very, very underrated movie, but it is freaking hilarious. And it actually showed that Stallone has range. Like, he's not the greatest actor in the world, but he has
what are you
range.
talking about? I can't do it. That looks more like Elvis. Hold on.
No, but Oscar, it's a fun movie. Everyone should definitely check it out. It is hilarious, worth the watch. Uh,
Okay.
but yeah,
Never heard it.
no, it unfortunately, because Stallone wasn't,
He's an
Rambo or
action dude.
Rocky, and yeah, and he was influenced by Italian comedies, and he tried to bring that taste of Italy over here, and it really is a fun movie. It's a really good movie, especially how everything comes together in the end. But it's Sylvester Stallone, Marissa Tomei. He played it. I'm forgetting his name, and he has a very peculiar voice. Right? Yes. Almost. Well, unfortunately, he did have a stroke, but he played it. Someone, give me his name. You know this person, and he was on Monk. He played Dale the Well in Monk. Oh, his name is on the tip of my tongue, and it's bothering me. He was in Congo. You know him. Oh, oh no, we're turning into this anime.
Uh-huh.
How
It's
peculiar.
irritating, isn't it?
It
It's
is
irritating.
irritating because I know his freaking name. He played in the original It. He was the clown himself.
Oh God. Um, jeez. Tim Curry.
Yes, Tim Curry is in Oscar, and
If you would have said it, the it is what got
yeah,
me.
Tim Curry. It's two other actors. They're very good character actors, and I always forget their names. Um, One of them I know best because he was the detective from The Mask, and the other one he was in A Bronx Tale. He played the gangster in A Bronx Tale. So, and I can't think of their
The
name.
gangster in the Bronx tale. And of course,
Well,
I
he was
haven't.
the head gangster. I think his name was Sonny. I don't know. I don't really like gangster movies all that much. So
Really?
yeah, they don't do them for me. My mom loves them, but I can't. I don't. They don't do them for me. Hey, Tony,
I
go
got.
and get the boys. Gonna
I'll
rub
make an
love.
offer that you can't refuse.
That
No.
sounded like a drunk Sean Connery. Sure,
Well,
I'm gonna make you an offer you can't refuse. Show me everything. What the heck? Um, yeah, the gangster movies don't do get smart quick. Apparently, looked up Marissa Tomei. Said Marissa Tomei. Oh Lord.
isn't she? She's a dish.
uh, yeah, but I don't like the gangster movies. I think Martin Scorsese's overrated, and
You don't like Godfather.
I don't like The Godfather. I think it's overrated, slow and boring. I haven't read the book though, to be fair, so I might like the book. I don't like Goodfellas. I don't like Casino.
I've
Just
never seen Casino. I'll be honest. I've never seen Casino.
yeah, so, I somewhat
Say
tolerate.
hello to my little friend.
Yeah, I don't like Scarface. I tolerate A Bronx Tale because I really like the music, but or yeah, Bronx Tale. But the gangster
For the
film.
music only?
Hmm.
Mm.
What'd you say?
So for the music only, really?
For the most part, yeah, I'll tolerate the music. If it's good music, I'll tolerate something. Yeah. Uh,
Huh.
Now, a good gangster movie, I will say this because it's actually based off a comic book and no one ever talks about it. It stars Tom Hanks, Road to Perdition. Great freaking movie.
Okay. I've heard about it and I've never heard a bad thing about it.
Yeah.
I've just never seen it. I didn't realize it was gangster.
Yeah, it's a gangster movie and but it's also a weird family movie. Really, really good. It's Oh, see it. And I like The Sopranos, and I think I like The Sopranos because they don't
I can't
glorify.
believe I never did watch The Sopranos. I never got into.
I like it because they don't glorify the gangster life. I mean, it's actually quite scummy, and the guys are greasy, and even though the character, and this is the problem. This is how you know the writing is too good. The characters are likable, but they are bad guys.
No,
They are not good
right?
guys,
They're not good people.
and they're not trying to be good. But the writing is so well, it's like you forget that, and you kind of root for them. But it's like, oh wait, you just chopped off this guy's head.
So they do that kind of acting where you begin to hate some of the actors, even though they're just playing a part.
Yeah.
That's usually really that's telltale of a really good show. I mean, I know that a lot. I remember when Game of Thrones the first came out, the one that played Joffrey, and I still can't stand the kid because of the part, and he was just so awful in every sense of the word. And it's like poor kid was too good at playing this horrible character. And
Mhm.
so now it's just kind of unfortunately it's even I feel like it goes beyond typecasting. I think people just hate him for that alone. Because it's weird. You will see him as Joffrey even now. And
Yeah.
he's a grown adult now. But
Yeah. I've never watched Game of Thrones. I probably won't watch it for many reasons, but mostly because I don't want it to influence something that I'm writing. Um,
okay, get it. Yeah.
and
It's I
I have to reply to something. I don't hate Scarface. I just don't like it. It's not for me. It's just not my cup of tea. Say hello, my little friend.
sorry. Yeah, that uh now you know what's funny is one of my favorite movies he was what's his name was in is Constantine. And I don't know if this is just somebody doing one of these stupid fan fictions because these stupid fan fiction videos always get me excited that there's a new movie coming out or a sequel that might be decent.
Actually,
Constantine 2, is that for real?
Keanu Reeves did talk about a Constantine 2,
Yay!
so it's a possibility. It's a shame that the TV show didn't last long because it was a really good show. It was more in line with the comic, but
Well, and see, what's odd though is if for anybody out there that that hasn't seen God, what's it called? The the Sandman series. They mention the Constantine family. It's a female in this series, but I think it's like a descendant or something.
yeah, I
Uh,
won't. I refuse to watch Sandman. I was gonna give it a shot, and then I saw the changes, and I was like, nope, I'm not supporting this. I'm
well, no, but
nope. You know how I am with source material. Do not mess with source material. It's disrespectful to the original creators.
but the author was the one that
He
pictured
can
all the.
no. He. I'm putting it on record. He's what do they call it, virtue signaling or whatever that mess is, man. Like
Oh,
like forget that mess. I don't like it. I refuse, absolutely refuse to watch it. But
so you think it's that far? Well,
oh, I've seen the characters. I know what's up. I know what happened. What's original. What isn't. Yeah, I can't do it. I just can't. I can't do it. Like
I do know that some of the characters were male, changed to female, or and vice versa and stuff. So I get some of it because it just when you're really into a character, it just kind of changes that whole idea of that character for you.
yeah,
And when you've put a whole series or whatever, and you've spent so much time reading it and really identifying or enjoying the characters, and then they bring it onto big screen, and it's kind of like messes up what you already had going on in here.
yeah. I mean, and this is something I've always had a problem with uh, since I was a toddler. Like I can't handle changes from things that's like, why are you changing this? Stop it. That's just how I am, and I can't watch certain things. I just can't do it. Like, it's amazing that I got through the Wednesday show. The I That review will be coming up soon, guys. But I I, d- this is how I see it. Oh my gosh! Oh! I'm sorry. My head just got filled with a rush of hot air and anger because of what they did to Scooby Doo. Oh my gosh! Oh,
What? What? Talk.
dude. They ruined Scooby Doo. That stupid idiot Mindy Kaling, whatever her face is from The Office, ruined Scooby Doo. I don't know what type of PC nonsense they are trying to pull in this postmodern age. Okay, so before I get on the Scooby Doo rant, I want to
What?
say this. I have no problem with diversity and trying to do things this way, acceptance, all that nonsense, whatever. I say nonsense, I don't mean nonsense, but you know what I mean. I have a problem when you take already established creations, source materials, and you change it to push this agenda, narrative, virtue signaling, whatever you want to call it. And honestly, it's to spite people as well. That's when I have an issue. That's when it drives me nuts.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Instead, create your own original character. I would totally support that. I'll be like, hey, this is cool. I can dig it. How I feel with Wednesday. I would like that show much more if it was original and not using licensed characters who are established. Now, with that said, going to this show, Velma. Ow! They ruined Scooby Doo. I love Scooby Doo. I've watched every single episode of the original Scooby Doo from the 60s, the 70s. I own the movies of Scooby Doo and Batman and all that mess.
Oh my God.
You
I
know,
forgot they did them together. Yeah. Okay.
yeah, Scooby Doo meets Batman and Robin. They had several films. Scooby Doo meets the Three Stooges, Cass Elliot. That was awesome. They were in the candy factory. Uh, uh, anyway, point is, I love Scooby Doo. Not all incarnations, but for the most part, they do them right. It wasn't until recently where it's just like, But this Velma show by that Mindy moron, I don't wish harm on anyone. But if she just so happened to get kicked in the ovaries, I would not bat an eye. So they changed Velma to an Indian for some reason, who she voices. They they made her a lesbian for some reason, although it was always questions about like, oh, she's a lesbian, but they actually did it. They turned Shaggy into a black guy who, for some reason, has some crush on Velma, and it's unrequited. Daphne's some mean girl who used to be best friends with Velma, and she has two lesbian moms and stuff. One's black, one's white.
What?
They made they made Fred a special ed kid, a rich white guy who's now special ed, and he's schizophrenic and all that. What the heck? Why would you do?
They're trying to. Okay. This sounds like a hodgepodge of political correctness all over the place and fucked up.
It is so messed up. Like, he's schizophrenic or some, and he's so stupid. He literally, they made him so stupid that he doesn't know how to cut up his own meals.
Well, maybe they don't trust him with knives.
No, they actually had a scene showing how dumb he is in court. Like, because I was going to review. Yes, in court. Anyway, I was actually going to review this show, and I can't. Because, like, you want to see Melvin get upset, you should have seen me watch that first episode.
It was that bad then?
It was that. Let's put it this way. I would rather reread Melinda's books than sit through that junk ever again.
That bad.
It's that bad. It's that insulting. They're trying to be politically correct. They're trying to push a narrative. They're changing message. It's stupid.
Oh my God.
Like, it's just absolutely stupid and insulting to any person who has a single brain cell. The only folks who would like that show are just, well, very, 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 very extreme, like SJWs. And I mean extreme. Because surely you have to see that there is something wrong, because it's not good. It's not funny. It's insulting to your intelligence. They changed these characters for no reason other than to say, "Oh, look, he's black now. Look what we're doing." They're trying to make it a comedy of some sort, but it doesn't work. They're trying to make it some murder mystery, but it's so dumb it doesn't matter. Oh, and of course, the and this is something they do. And I told you about this not too long ago. For whatever reason, modern writers, if you have a female lead, they make her too perfect, and all the guys, for whatever reason, are stupid. And she is perfect. I can solve everything, do everything. And it's like, that's not making a strong female lead. That's just making the world around her that much dumber. They're just dumb. And it's not right. Now, and I gave you examples of good female leads, which is sad because they're all from the 80s. Sarah Connor, 80s Sarah Connor. I don't know what they did with her and with this latest
I
thing.
did see a meme talking about how Sarah Connor fell in love with a guy that just put some hobo's dirty britches on. So,
Heat of the moment.
in the heat of the moment, yeah.
No, but seriously, Sarah Connor, oh gosh, how did I forget her name? From Alien. Oh my gosh.
I just know the actress. But.
Yeah, well, Sigourney Weaver, Sigourney, Ghostbuster. I love her. She's actually
Oh my gosh.
Ripley. Thank you, Jennifer. Why could I not think of her name? Ripley, Lori. I mean, it's just insane to me. It's like, come on, man. Freaking Xena, man.
Xena?
Yes, Xena. Have you never watched Xena, Warrior Princess? Like, Xena was tough as sin. She was a great female lead. And they didn't make people around her dumb. And Xena was a good show. Great spinoff of Hercules.
Did you see what she was? I don't know. Maybe I kind of. Did you ever watch the TV show Salem? They put, what's her name that played Xena?
Lucy Lawless.
Lucy Lawless. She was in the Salem series. I mean, her character was okay, but it wasn't. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like other people could have played it just as good.
Yeah.
So maybe it was just that time period or that writing or whatnot.
It could have been. I mean, because she's amazing in Ash versus the Evil Dead as Ruby. And Noella is saying you and Curtis should watch Xena together and then watch Hercules.
Why have I not seen Hercules either? You know what's funny? Like, I like the old Clash of the Titans. What is the other one? Oh, there's another one that I watched that's Clash of the Titans is one with the metal bird, right?
I think so.
And there's the other. Oh, there's another one around that. What is the one that?
OBS just disconnected. Oh, it reconnected. Okay, good. Whew. You're talking about Conan the Barbarian.
Yes, I like that. And Red Sonja.
Red Sonja was pretty interesting. Like, at first I thought, like, is this a spinoff of Conan? Like, what is this?
Yeah, right? But I liked Red Sonja.
Yeah, Red Sonja was pretty good.
She was pretty too.
Well, I like my women a little less killy, stabby, but well, no, I do. Well, you are.
I think you have a thing for the crazy women.
I do not. They have a thing for me. No. Look, I don't go for crazy. They just happen to be crazy.
And crazy is a term of endearment, though. Let's just say.
Not the crazy I've dealt with. They've been nuts.
There's not enough Melindas out there for you.
No, there's too many. They need to go away.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah. What was the most recent video that I had to just shake my head? I can't. There's some days I can't. There's some days I will watch a Belinda video just like giggle, and then there's days that's like it just makes me red.
Well, I don't know. Because I only this is terrible. I don't actually watch the stuff. If I see something, I just send it to you.
What I love is though you'll kind of ask me, well, what was this about? I'm like, no,
Yeah,
you gotta admit yourself. Well, because like some of the stuff she'll say, like within the first few minutes, I'm like, now she is so good at the clickbait though. She's got that down. She's got the clickbait down. I will give her that. She knows how to clickbait you. Because like it will get me to where, oh God, I just and I'll hear her voice and I'm like, ah, it's that. And I think it's just because everything that comes out of her mouth is usually either fabricated or bullshit. I'm just gonna call it. That it's one of those voices that just, if she ever was just sincere and honest, maybe it wouldn't be an annoying voice, but because it's so full of shit 90% of the time, she's got one of those voices I can't.
Well, it's no harmony.
You know what I do sometimes? I'll turn it down and just read the captions instead. Not gonna lie.
One way
and then
of
until
doing it.
Start not making sense, and then I have to endure her voice. No, because like sometimes it's like the captioner are just trying to guess at what the hell she's saying.
The captions are trying to guess.
I can't say shit though because I can't even say what was the word.
Indicative.
Indicative.
There you go. You can say it now.
Oops, I did it again. Indicative. Yes.
Although, actually, you know what? Let's go to a little bit of a topic that comes up a lot with her and really think about this because I think at one point, everyone who grew up in a Christian influenced home or media or whatever probably thought this until you're old enough and it's like, oh, it's not like this. The battle of good versus evil, angels versus demons.
Yeah.
Okay. I think we know your opinion. Is it legit, in your opinion?
Not the way she sees it, no. I mean, like, I learned through both. Like, you can't have one without the other. It's a balance. I mean, go back to the balance thing always. It wasn't too long ago that it was like I really just was kind of like frowned upon working with any archangels, but there are going to be times that you're going to need to call upon both. And from in my personal experience, it's not for everybody. And yeah, at the same time, this is odd because me and my nephew were actually discussing this with Darren earlier about, because my nephew was just genuinely asked about like when you living in Scotland, how religion plays out. And one thing he did say is that here in America, and he was like, no offense, but a lot of people here, like if you don't believe a certain way, oh, we'll pray for you or this, kind of like push their beliefs on you. Like where over there, for the most part, a lot of people in a lot of ways just kind of mind their own business, but let's and I kind of was like, well, we watch things like Keeping Up with the Kardashians here in America, and we are entertained by that shit.
No, don't say we. Don't throw me in there.
I'm not either, but there are people that are totally into it. Yeah. I'm not one.
Niyama.
But you know what I mean? Like you got to realize this is, if you're looking from the outside of America, and you're looking in and just kind of like gauging off of things that we watch. I would wonder, like, it would make me think that everything here is either super materialistic, um, everybody thinks they're better. Like, you know what I mean? It's weird. So like, I get it. But when it comes to like the whole religion thing, getting back to that, I think it's your own personal dealings with each, whether it be angels or demons. Like, there's going to be certain things. They're not like going like, like fight. Like, okay, you know, everybody's like, I got one on my shoulder, one angel on my shoulder, one demon. You don't hear about people saying they battling on your back of your neck or nothing. It's like you have to know there's going to be certain times you're going to listen to one over the other. Kind of just like, you know, putting it out there in theory like that. She, I'm going to try to say this really nicely. You're proud of me. She doesn't think much outside of the box. In fact, I don't know if she even read all the box, that's everything that's in it. I think it's a very generic or mundane way of thinking, or she's watched a lot of television. She's watched more. Okay, so she's one of those that she'll watch the movie instead of read the book, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Because had she read the book, and the book being the Bible, which, you know, the way she speaks, she almost judges people. She's just a very large hypocrite in so many ways. And it's hard to listen or take anything that she says seriously because she will literally call herself out a lot of times and not even realize it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, all the witches are this or that, and, you know, badmouth people that work with, you know, demons or anything other than the archangels and Yeshua. And yet she calls herself a witch. And that now she sells candles, love magic type candles, like things like this, money magic candles. Yet she doesn't understand, from what I've seen from her, the little bit of book reviews that you've shared with me, that she doesn't even understand like the properties and the colors and the mentality and the focus that you have to make any of that work. So like, if she's going to claim to be able to make a candles to help somebody else make money, but you don't need to be, God, how can I say it without sounding like a bitch? Okay, don't be selling a money magic candle and then be begging for money the next day or complaining that you don't have money. Just kind of the way I look at it, you know. Like, I know it sounds like an asshole thing to say, but I'm just being real.
Well, no, it's how can you do for others if you can't do for yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I get it. You
And
know,
that's why, like, her whole soul journey, like her focusing on self-healing and like, literally, like, honestly, like, watching people heal, like, therapy, going and getting mental health help, things like that are so underestimated, because once you start getting yourself in check and you start working on yourself, everything else will start coming easier and fall into line a lot better. Like, a year has really made so much difference for me, like, in a good way. And which is crazy is because, like, you know, I have things that a year ago that are going on that would probably stress me out. But right now, it's like, it's really not as bad as it could be. And I see it that way. And I find, I'm able to find, just gratitude in everything every day. It's self worth is so important. And she hasn't gone on that soul journey with herself yet. And that's her inner demons that she's not facing. She has a lot more inner demons than she would like to ever know. And it is unfortunate because I think she really wants to help. She tries to seem that way anyway. And if that's true, then she's really going about it. First of all, she needs to step inward because she's, honestly, her own healing is just as important as helping others.
Hello, Leash.
No, I
Welcome.
care for, but I want to see everybody healed if possible.
Yeah. Well, kind of hard to talk to someone when they got freaky with Elvis and Archangel Michael and all that.
Well, then you gotta go say shit like that, and then I'm like, well, maybe it's just really bad mental health issues that nobody. Like, what is it? There is what is there? Is there a law where they can have somebody committed just to see it, make sure they're okay? There's this Baker Act.
Yeah, but how many people are talking about this and that, and it's just one of those things. I will say that I think it's 75-25. 75% of her being genuine, or whatever her version of genuine is. I'm doing good, Leash. How are you? And the 25% is when that reality hits and it's oh my gosh, what am I doing? And then it leaves just as fast.
Oh.
So I do think she's aware, but
Yeah.
the other stuff takes over. She definitely needs some medication though, or something.
Right.
But going back to the angel versus demon thing,
Mm.
when I was younger, I used to think that that's what was going on. Because, it's fairly simple. Angels good, demons bad. And it wasn't until I started to actually research and understand and see that, no, it's not that simple. And there isn't exactly a big bad or a great good. Part of it
Right.
has to do with how you perceive certain things.
Well, what's funny is me and Curtis were both talking with one of my aunts recently, and we had a really neat discussion with her. She's very, she knows her Bible back and forwards, and I guess we said something to, I guess, broke it down. I said, the angels as depicted in the Bible are going to be a lot scarier, more like demons than you would ever think. And she's like, what do you mean? I said, well, think of every time an angel shows up in the Bible. Fear not, for I am an angel of the Lord, right? Warning. I said, why in the hell would they have to warn you? Don't be scared. I'm okay. You know what I mean? And she was like, oh.
No, here's the other thing. Usually when they show up, something's going to die.
Well, and my aunt would go, oh my gosh, I don't think I'd ever want to see one. Because, she goes, you know what? You're right. Because you get to think about it. It is very clear in there. They're not dreamy. They're not what Melinda depicts them to be.
Well, to be fair, she's just going off of how they viewed angels during the Renaissance and Middle Ages.
But see, that's as far as her brain goes.
Yeah. But
she doesn't. Okay, for an intuitive person, she needs to lean into her intuition.
Yeah, and
can't believe what one person from the Renaissance era says and depicts them to be. Of course, they're going to draw them to where they're not frightening, because at that time, that's what they were selling. the Bible, right? Um, yeah, you have to make them beautiful and becoming and alluring, not terrifying. Because if you were to depict it as it was, some of the other scary pictures might be confusing, you know?
Yeah. Well, you know who probably had it right and they didn't realize they had it right? Because we
Hmm.
have to remember these are beings, not just exclusive to what we call angels, but deities in general, gods, goddesses, fae, whatever. Freaking Lovecraft probably got it right.
I was about to say Lovecraft.
And
No,
yeah, and the reason being is because he, even though his writing's all over the place, he also depicted them as things that we can't fully perceive or understand because of the limitations of the human mind in this
oh,
physical
yes,
reality. Like,
yes.
we're seeing things that might not be their true appearance. Maybe they're able to change and alter their appearance. I don't know. But what we see is not what we see.
No.
And if we did actually see them in the flesh, we would probably die of a stroke or something.
Oh, yeah, I don't think a lot. I don't, I think even some of the strongest of us, if we were to really stand upon this force of, of this deity, and we actually had to, like, imagine walking in a dark alley and walking upon Shiva.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
You know what though? Actually, probably he would probably be one of the few that's like it's not too bad because he lives on. Well, according to lore, he lives on this planet. He doesn't live in the heavens, and he's. This is why I like him so much. He has very human-like qualities. He gets high. He hangs out with demons. He's not. He's not necessarily a slob, but then he's a slob, and it's just like, yeah, what are you gonna do about it? Don't make me
He's,
mad though, or I'll blow everything up. He has a temper problem. Like he's that's why I like him because he has human qualities. But he's probably one of the few that you can handle because he's just so cool and he's high half the time anyway. But
yeah,
someone
but,
but something like a Zeus or no, we'll go beyond that. An Ares
okay,
or
that would be,
yeah, that's just
I wouldn't want to ever, I'm okay with not ever, like, floating in the same hallway as Cthulhu either.
yeah,
Mm.
so or an
Take the
Ahriman.
pictures of him, and I'll leave it only to that.
You know, and then a lot of times we have to remember too that we, as weird as it sounds, considering what I talk about daily, we honestly have no actual proof that any of this is real.
It
We
could be.
have our
Mhm.
beliefs. We want to believe it's real. We do have our experiences, of course, but our experiences might differ from reality or something like that. And it's very hard to separate the two, just like with me. And that's the other thing. If anyone can just very easily without any hesitation say, and I'm not trying to pick on Melinda here, she's just a very good example.
She just it makes it kind of easy too.
Yeah, if anyone can just come out and say, yeah, I had relations with this angel and Elvis, or I was in
Yeah.
a relationship with this alien here, and without hesitation, without thinking like, maybe I shouldn't say this,
Right.
I would question that reality. Hesitate
like,
a little bit.
but she does it though. It's like it doesn't even dawn on her that other people are gonna be like, "You are a psycho."
Yeah, like I hesitate to say, I think I saw an angel. I don't like saying that. I feel dirty. Or it's like, huh, you know, but I know what I saw, but it's just like, I don't like saying it.
Right. Right. You're like, okay, I'm not hearing voices. We're good.
Yeah.
You
Oh
know.
yeah. I don't hear any
No,
voices.
but you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
if she, like, I haven't fully decided what I feel, and I try not to step into it. Her, that's where her and I differ. Like, I'm not just going to jump into somebody's art field and really try to get a good read on them unless there is a good reason and to so like just trying to go off her actions alone. I try to wonder, does she really buy it? Does she really think that she's had relations with Elvis in the astral? Sorry, it's just,
I
I feel silly saying it.
Yeah, you feel like an idiot. Like, let's just be real. You feel like an idiot.
Right. So let's be real. It's a cruel world out there, and people are not that kind on social media or and you're throwing yourself out there. She's literally throwing herself out to the dogs and shit because saying things like that and like to the point that she was meant to be soulmates with Keanu Reeves, like her and 500 other thousand million women out there, I'm sure. You know, I mean,
Yeah. So
I will say at least she has good self esteem. I don't think it is good.
no, she doesn't have good self esteem. She could be broken way too easy. Um, I'm not saying that to be mean or nothing, but
No, I know you're not. Melinda's a whole lot,
yeah,
a whole lot.
but I think she believes it. Like, I truly think she believes that mess until that 25% kicks in, and it's like, oh god, but it leaves just as fast. I
See,
do.
I have a hard time thinking that she believes it,
I don't.
but
She doubles down too much on it,
she does double down.
and
She does.
it's no hesitation. She says it to too many people, and the problem is this. And I was actually researching this phenomenon where people, like, it's a weird group influence and delusional thing, and it
Yeah,
spreads, and it's like, okay, so if I see it, oh, I see it too, I see it too. Like, we
really.
know a mutual person who is like that, and when you say one thing, it's oh, it's me, it's happening to me, I see. So without saying names, you know who I'm talking about.
Oh my god.
And that's what it's like. And yeah, so I definitely believe she believes it. I don't think, oh no, I was like, no, she's playing a character. I don't think she's playing a character. I think what you see is what you get. And I think that
Well, that could explain the lack of friends and the
yeah, she's
lack.
she's isolated. It's bad enough she's in Alaska, and I don't think, and I said this in my review as well of that second, I don't think she has any friends. I think she's lonely, and I think she has past traumas she did not deal with. And
Well, from I hope that maybe you motivated her to get a better proofreader.
oh, for what I understand, yeah, I actually saw a review uh, that someone said that she used Grammarly now, and they didn't like it. They didn't like that she
What?
used Grammarly.
Hold on. Okay.
Yeah, so apparently it improved, but the person was like, "Yeah, I don't like that." However, saying that, I'm I'm about 40% sure that's actually Melinda who wrote that.
Oh
Only
no.
40%, because it just seems so weird. It just came out of nowhere, and it's like, "What? Who would even say this?" So I'm wondering if
They
someone's
liked her ill speech before. Is that what they're trying to say?
yeah, so I don't know what's happening there. I guess we'll find out thanks to Stephanie.
Yay!
But since I did write a book, I will say this. I know how she wrote it now. She probably just used KDP to write it, and it's like, oh, that's not a word processor. You should not use this. And it doesn't have spell check and a few other tools, and all of that. And that's
Instead of doing it on Word or anything,
yeah, so I'm
she
thinking she used KDP and not any type of word processor. I mean, she could have used Libra. That's totally free and just as powerful as Word. I mean, really good processor. So,
I've never tried that one. I'll have to look into that one.
yeah, so that's what I think happened. And like I said, I always commend her for finishing a book and writing it cuz I know it's not easy regardless. And, I don't take anything away from her for that, but the content of it can go somewhere. Uh, a-
Just, I'll never get over the whole burn a Ouija board. Like, that's a good idea. That's never a good idea. Ever. Ever, ever. Like, just that alone.
um, so let's talk about currents. I always hear this, like, what current are you on? I'm on this current. I'm on that current. Oh, I'm on the Atlantean current. I've been told a couple of times that I would be on the Atlantean current. I have no idea what that actually means. Like, will it bring me money? If so,
Where
then I will ride that son of a monkey's uncle. But what are currents and how do they apply to us? And and what currents are you on, Bonnie?
current of chaos, obviously. I mean, on if I was to go by what my nature is, it really would probably be chaos magic. To be quite fair. Um, and what's nice about that? Okay, so currents can be different. You have your, and I'll even add Christianity in there. It's your different religion or different, you can, not even religions per se, but like your different groups of gods and goddesses and
Your
uh,
pantheons.
right. And so, each you have the Norse current, you have your demonic current, you have your angelic currents. You can have so many different ones. Chaos, I can kind of like pull from each. And like honestly, right now, I feel like there is, especially with Curtis's work lately, it's like we have a little bit of a superhero current going on. And I mean, if you want to, what is your superpower? I'm rich. Well, then bring some Batman into your life. Um, or if you want to have, I'll say speed, or I'm trying to think with like Daredevil. He's very interesting because of course he's blind, but yet it's got this very much, he's very aware of his surroundings and his hearing, all his other his hearing and
His
everything.
senses.
The other senses make up for the lack of the one, right? um I think that's what's interesting with chaos magic, is that you can pull really from anything that you need more of and pull that into your life. You know because even like, especially when it comes to superheroes, if you're wanting to like have more, you know be more inventive or be more creative, there you go, there's a good idea to pull into different, superheroes and ideas. Or, you know I don't know, it's just lately what I've been doing personally is literally I've been just kind of discovering me. Like, I know who I am when I work with this deity. I am literally going, like I said, into this healing mode, and I'm kind of just allowing that to happen. Um, Authentically, like I said, there's some chaos with it, but I'm discovering more about myself, and that will help me when I work with other currents as well. Like, because I will always have my other practices around. It's not like I'm ever going to abandon them, because there's going to be times in my life that I'll pull from what works for me. I feel like as everybody, not one current is ever going to be perfect for just one person. Like, you can't sit there and say, oh, you're going to be great with the Norse pantheon because, you know, you are this character. No, you may actually more align to the Atlantean or whatnot. You know, I think each person's going to be different. And I would suggest to find what works for you. What comes, and always go with what feels natural. If you have to fight it and resist it, maybe there's some benefits, because I wouldn't say that that's always going to be a bad thing. Sometimes it's going to push you to do harder and work harder. So it's not always going to be a bad thing, but always have something that comes more natural at the same time. Don't ever give up when something's a little bit hard. That's always been something that in my past I've done, but literally working on myself has helped me kind of push through that. You know, just figuring that that I don't have to be immobilized with depression has been such a huge thing. Like, I didn't realize how much, you know, when I would get really depressed, how much I'd want to sleep, or I would just kind of want to just like pull off to myself. Now, like, okay, I'm not as much on social media as I was before, but it's because I'm doing other things that I need to do. Now, once I kind of get caught up with everything else, I want to get back on a little bit more, but I'm not going to be spending all my time pushing my life into something that, because sometimes I feel like, for me personally, not everybody, but like the social media could get to where it helped me to ignore the things that weren't happy or I wasn't enjoying. So it would have almost like a false sense of happiness. And I think that happens a lot with social media now, or people will, you know, there's so many fake friends or so many just fake friendship relationships going on that it's almost, it is sad. There's a lot of people that will prey on others that are not in their best mindset, that are broken and stuff, and they prey on people that are looking for comfort out in social media. And yeah, I like right now my current is on me, and I'm it's not too bad. It's working out well for me, because things are starting to really line up, and I think it's, you know, just the different energy. Of course, like what I've done, like I've gotten rid of so much things in the house. Like, I feel like I'm on a not quite minimalistic enough yet, but I am trying to get to more of a minimalistic lifestyle, because clutter and any type of, not religion, but any kind of practice can always be seen as sometimes not a great thing. Now, a working altar, that's a little different. You know, Curtis has, you know, explained that before. You know, working altar is not meant to be all pretty like a shrine. But as altars aside, like just the things that I would hold on to, I realized, I started laughing, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I had to finally get rid of things that I don't have to save every little scrap of things that the boys have written on since they were tiny. Because, oh my gosh, it's time to let that go. There are things that I'll keep and put in like a box of their little memories and stuff. But I don't particularly, and I'm one that I do like things that are homemade and stuff for my kids and stuff. I do enjoy those kind of presents. Don't get me wrong. But I don't have to keep every scrap because that is clutter and it's too much and it's overwhelming for me. There's some people that it's perfectly fine for, and that stuff's, but it doesn't work for me. I have to have more space, less clutter for me to be where I can, like, if I'm wanting to learn anything on any current, I'm gonna have to have a proper space or I can't do it. Like, because I think it might be a little bit of the ADD. Like, if I'm seeing clutter all around me, I'm having a hard time taking in what I'm trying to learn, if that makes sense.
No, it makes sense.
So it does. That's kind of like when it comes to, like, make sure your inside is fixed so that you can work on everything else.
Yeah.
It's a balancing act.
Yeah. For me, I can tune things out pretty easily. So,
Maybe you should teach us how to do that. That would be great.
I don't think I can. Either you can
You're
do
just
it or
as
you
late
can't.
as they get.
Yeah. But no, I can pretty much tune things out and usually focus on it unless it's extremely loud because I do hate loud noises. I don't like
So
loud.
that is where your attention goes, though.
Yeah,
Then
like it's loud. But if I'm in a thing of clutter, I'm whatever. As long as it's
speaking
tight and
of loud,
cozy.
cream truck.
I
It's
don't
a
like that ice cream truck though. That could go somewhere because it comes.
I had to bring that one up because I know how you get irritated by the ice cream
He
truck.
came. He came when I was speaking with Malice Curtis and Mystic.
What?
Yeah,
It's
it's just I just didn't. I wasn't on air when it came by, but it came by. I was like,
that's
"Oh, you son of a monkey's uncle!"
only in California, man. That's
And
crazy.
and it's raining too. It's like it was 58 degrees, raining, and this guy do do
That
do 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 do. Man, I hope he got paid good.
I wonder how much an ice cream guy makes. Like,
Oh,
is it worth it? Because don't you know that song gets in their head? Can you imagine having to listen to that all day, or do you tune it out?
I think after a while you can tune it out. like
Baby,
because well that happens to me. I can tune stuff out after I hear it long enough, as long as it's not too crazy loud. Like I just go zombie on it.
well, I got that when, like, having three boys. Like, that's something I learned. Like, my oldest two, more namely, like Christopher, has always been so laid back and chill. Now, when him and Toby get to fighting, I can always tell if it was time to go and see what the hell's going on, because there's a certain holler. That was so country, holler. There's a certain yell, a scream that is like, okay, this is a real fight versus they're just being brothers and picking on each other. So yeah, like, but for the most part, when they would just pick on each other, I could tune it out because it was just kids, But then there's a certain time that tells me, okay, go see what the hell's going on because this is getting real.
Yeah, so
Now I could tune that out, which is odd.
yeah, no, that makes sense. You're not the first parent to say that. I've heard that before.
It's weird though, because for people that don't have kids, I'm sure it's like, oh my God, how do you do that?
Yeah, you just want to say, "Shut up, go away, perfect birth control."
Like, right? No, it's that's for real though.
Oh yeah, I work childcare. I've
I, I always like I don't. That's yeah.
no.
What did you work with?
Hmm?
What ages did you work with again?
0 to 13.
Oh, so you did the whole.
I weaseled my way into just hanging out with the older kids. I stayed away from the babies. I look at
The diaper room.
what,
Yeah.
what is this thing? What is this? Yeah.
Oh,
So But yeah,
Yeah.
and the noise would just ugh. And Charnice,
It's
my old
very loud in a daycare. I've
yeah,
worked in a daycare. It can get loud.
yeah, and unfortunately, I'm Melvin, so I've pretty much had this personality forever. And Charnice, my boss, is like, "Come on, Melvin, you got to get loud. You got to get crazy." And it's like, "Okay, I'll get loud and crazy. Line up for junior room." She got so annoyed at me, like, "That's your loud and crazy?" And it's
Yo,
like, I
up. Let's go.
come on, guys, let's go. But one time I did get loud just to hush her, and um, everyone got silent. So it's just like I don't like getting loud. If I get loud, there's a problem.
I
So,
bet it would be quite frightening to hear you get loud, like angry loud.
oh yeah, a few people have said that many times. It's like, don't, no, I don't like it. Other people don't like it. I don't want to ever go there. So, but yeah, it's been a few times where I've gotten loud.
You're like my cousin's kid. The other day when I saw her, she cracks me up. I'm like, do you ever like? I did. I was like, do you ever get mad? Are you ever in a bad mood? Because like she just literally one of these people that I'm like, she's and I love it because it's genuine. It's just a genuine smile. And she just seems like a really happy person, like legit. And I'm like, tell me your secret. And she's really young. It's kind of great to see somebody that age being able to have that kind of outlook constantly. And it's like even and she had like at the time they had a friend that had passed away in a motor in a actually it was a motorcycle accident, and she was sad, but she was still maintaining a happy attitude. And she's like, and we were like, are you okay? She's like, yeah, I'm okay, just a little down. But she would still bring the smile up, and it was really, which is weird, it was genuine, and it wasn't like that awkward smile when you're trying to make yourself smile when you're sad. She was genuinely just it's like somebody that is just continuously grateful, and it's weird to see that, especially with somebody so young nowadays, you know.
Oh, hello, NA. You know what? I want to use this thing. Hold up. Let me finally use this
Oh.
here. Hello, NA. Welcome to Unexplained Possibilities. I have no idea who Trisha Paytas is. And no,
Oh
it
gosh.
is not her community. But welcome nonetheless.
I think YouTuber. And she is weird. Um,
Yeah, I know nothing about her. I have no idea who she is. So,
um, mm,
well, okay. He just said, I'm assuming you're a guy in a. I have no idea, but it just said it's best not to know. So we'll leave it at that.
yeah, she's yeah, she's kind of along the lines of a Melinda, but she's more successful. So
Okay. Well, congrats to her. She found the
yeah,
key.
well, because she's got so many nicks. She's like her niche isn't just one. She'll be a professional at everything she does.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
do what you
one of
got
the,
to do. So Bonnie, going back to the currents here, what current should I be on? What popped into your head first? We're using that intuition tonight.
I would look into Greek mythology.
All right, we'll go with that. Greek mythology,
Mm-hmm.
which I think Curtis would say Greek, Egyptian, all that is part of the Atlantean. I
There you
think.
go.
I'm pretty sure I heard him say that.
Probably. I don't know, but I just hear the Greek. Okay.
The Greeks are speaking. Now you hush and listen.
Yes, you.
Poseidon. Jennifer says Poseidon. Oh wow, that is kind of funny. She says Poseidon, you say Greek. What the heck, man? That's pretty interesting. All right. You two ladies are on the same wavelength. What's
There we
happening
go.
here? And Jennifer, I have to get you back on Unexplained soon.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yes.
have to introduce Jennifer Vatsa. Welcome back to Unexplained Possibilities.
Oh my gosh. I can't. I gotta say, Jen, when I read her posts, they always get me tickled because it's like the crap she deals with a certain online provider that you can buy things for really, really cheap. So on. Um, just her battles with selling items on there, just it almost seems like, is this a comedy? Like, is she being punked? Like, some of the stuff she's been dealing with them blows my mind.
Mhm.
Like some of the items she sells, like, because I don't know, it's just they do not like the poison path, evidently.
Oh, I actually saw that post, and then I saw what Curtis said.
Oh, Curtis is always going to try to get in Facebook jail. He is um, a repeat offender in Facebook. Oh well.
Yeah, just just go with it. Um, yeah, I did see that post, and I saw
Nobody's put Curtis in the corner.
Curtis must have frequent flyer miles. She says so.
Yeah, he's like, what is it when they um let he's a trustee now.
Trust.
Like in the jail they have trustees that get to work, yeah, during the day. He's a Facebook trustee.
Oh, it's this guy again. All right, you know the drill. Just get in there. Come
Do
on,
not pay. No, do not collect a $200.
straight to jail. That is great. I have to say that my opinion on Curtis did a 180 from when he first showed up to actually getting to know him. And
Yeah,
and
yeah.
really.
He's so much different than what I think most people just, you know, you can't judge somebody just on what you hear or perceive them to be. Getting to know a person really can definitely change, and it can go both ways. It can change your perception of them in a good way or in a not so good way.
Yeah.
I've had both in my life with people I've met, but Curtis, it's like he has been as chaotic as I am. He is a calm in the storm, which is very kind of funny at times. Like, we got to laugh at us. I even teased us. I was like, I don't know how the hell you put up with me sometimes. Like, and it's not like in a bad way. It's just because sometimes, like I said, the chaos can get. It's like if you're good at, like, okay, I would teach people, like, he can ride a wave really well. Like, he is a professional surfboarder. If I was the ocean, because like you never know. You never know. You never know.
Yeah.
You know me well enough to know that. But he has helped me, and it's not in ugly ways. He's helped me to try to center myself, and literally he's done it just by leading by example, to be honest, not even telling me what I need to do, just watching how he handles things. I kind of like, it's one of those things you start to pick up. So it's helped me a lot in ways, which is like, my mom is even like, wow, like, just, she's even mentioned, she says, my mom's like, I'm impressed. Like, she said, you're handling things so much better. I'm still chaotic, but it's in a more, I would say, I guess, in a more manageable way, like, or in a more enjoyable way. Because, like, a tornado is never going to be fun, but you can survive it if you know how to. Yeah.
Oh, that's one way of looking at it. Or, just avoid it altogether and not live in Tornado
Just like,
Alley.
hey, here she goes. Let's move right.
And
Well, you can't. You can see that's the thing. You can't judge which way a tornado's going to go.
I'm pretty sure I can figure it out. um, and before I forget, Jennifer and Stephanie, if you're still here, be sure to drop your links to your stores and websites and all that, in case people are interested. Feel free to do so. I'm all
Yeah.
about getting folks out there. Not like you need to really get out there. Everyone knows who you are. But still,
Get out there, girls.
you know who wants to get out there? Someone who hasn't been around in a very long time. I like defeat.
Oh my God.
It is I, Bob. Oh, yes, defeat. Look at that. I like.
The toe. What's his What's his name?
Bob. Or wait, the toe. Who's the toe?
It's not the toe, the foot guy. The foot
Yeah,
alien.
Bob.
Bob.
It is I, Bob. The uh, alien who likes defeat. Can I have your feet? Take
Oh,
good care of them. I oil and lotion. Like defeat.
dude.
I
Yeah.
actually came across someone who had a foot fetish, and it was very weird. Uh,
A guy or a girl?
this was a guy, and
Okay.
is I like how you accept that. Like, okay, it's a guy.
Well, no, I mean, like, I've never heard of a girl with a foot fetish, but I'm not going to say there's. I've never just come across one. So
I actually came across a girl with a foot fetish too.
only you, man.
It wasn't
Really?
on purpose, but the guy was very interesting because he's over there. Something about feet. It's like, what about him? It's something about feet, man. They just get me going. I was like, okay. Like, don't they get you going? No. Well, you're missing out. It's something about the toes, and you sniff them, and you suck on them, and they're good.
Like them?
What'd you say?
Okay, so sniffing the toes too? I thought
Sniffing, sucking on them, all of that.
gross. This is one of those people that drink out of freaking high heels and crap.
I don't know, but yeah, he likes the feet. The chick, she was she's from the Philippines,
Is
and
she boy feet or girl feet?
I wasn't going deep into this, Bonnie. I don't
Well,
know.
I need to know.
I, I,
I just don't see a guy with his hairy toes. I'm trying to find the appeal.
well, to be fair, I don't have hairy feet. I have veiny feet, but
Hmm.
not hairy.
Well, Curtis's aren't hairy, but there are some men with very
Oh,
hairy
there
feet.
they got the hobbit feet.
Ew.
Yeah, over there. Could you imagine? Hey, babe,
Yeah.
can you give me a foot massage? My feet are hurting like crazy. Yeah, sure, I'll do it for you. Take out that hairy thing. Like, oh my gosh, we found the missing link. Here it is.
Right? Well, and then I'd be like, ow, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to pull your hair.
That's terrible. But
Ugh.
yeah, I have come across people with foot fetishes, and it's
It's
different.
weird.
I,
Oh.
I, I don't understand it. You are not supposed to understand. I like the feet. I understand the feet. Show me the feet, yes.
Ooh.
Ooh la la. So yeah, I don't know. It's not for me.
Yeah.
It's
No.
just not for me. Um, so weird. Like now that I'm thinking about this, how does one develop a foot fetish? Are you born that way, or do you just see something and it clicks?
I'm wondering. Yeah.
I can understand other attributes because it's just like it's an attractive thing where like a chick with wide hips. It's like, oh, those are baby making hips. Like okay, I get that, but I don't get the feet.
Yeah.
I just don't get that.
Mm.
That I don't know. I'm gonna do a Tell me about it now. Foot fetish.
Your foot fetish. Well, yeah, like have to find you a person that is all knowing when it comes to foot fetishes. Then there you go.
Yeah, I'm just so curious about that.
It's a curious thing.
So weird. What's a weird thing that you like, Bonnie? Try to keep it somewhat PG-13 now.
Like, okay, like what do you mean by
Just the
weird?
weird thing that you like. It doesn't have to be anything too crazy.
Oh, like I know some people think that I like true crime, and that's kind of weird because, like, I'm always into it.
You know
Yeah.
what, though? I think that's a female thing because every single woman I speak to likes true crimes and mess. And then I like to say, oh, I have a friend who actually has some memorabilia from actual killers. They're like, they it's like, what is wrong with you people? Yeah, exactly. You're who I'm talking about.
It's me.
So I think that's a female thing for whatever reason. And you guys know how to kill people and walk away from it. I know what not to do. So
Blink, blink.
yeah. So no, I think that's pretty common. I don't think that's weird.
That's, I guess. Well, and I like some weird, fucked up movies too. Probably. I like, which is weird because like true crime, like some of the shit really is upsetting and bothers me and pisses me off. Like the Casey, that word, Casey Anthony, really just gets me mad every time. ah, like okay, I'm not even gonna go there because I will just go out on a tangent. But okay, killers are horrible people, but then of course I like gory, horrible movies as long as they're fake. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like the movies like when they did the movie on Jonestown, that shit was really it's that was so dark because I guess because it's real.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? To us, like it's of course it's got the Hollywood spin on it, yet these things did happen. Um, of course, now I I did like the new Dahmer one because I feel like they finally gave the families a little bit, or the some of the victims a little bit more of a background.
Hmm.
So they're like we are able to really more concentrate on the victims instead of idolizing this killer. See, I think that sometimes some of them, like, okay, yeah, I collect things, but I collect them for a whole different reason other than, oh, I think that this is a cool killer. I don't collect them for you know why I collect them. It's not so much for, oh, this is a killer that I really think is I
You're
admire.
not glorifying them.
No, 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 no. But because of the energy that these items have is what I collect them. And it is frightening because there are people out there that truly do glorify them.
Yeah, they have fangirls. It's insane.
I People get these motherfuckers tattooed on them. Like
Yeah.
it's cute.
That's how big I want to get one day. Where someone just comes up to me, I got your face on my butt. Like, really?
Well, your face would like as long as you didn't encourage people to murder, or as long as you didn't murder or encourage people to murder, then that's okay.
Yeah.
But these people will tattoo murderers or people that encourage other people to murder, like cult leaders and shit, on them, and it's blows my mind.
Yeah. It's
It's like
insane.
that should be all kinds of red flags.
Yeah, but look at the people who they attract. They're folks that don't have anyone or anything, and they want to be a part of something.
Yeah,
That's a cult. It's being a part of something because you have nothing. You are made to feel like a human. You were an
yeah,
outcast, and now you're not. You're somebody.
yeah.
And it's really sad because then what happens when you take that away from them? Do they then lose that little bit of something that made them feel wanted, normal? When it's gone, do they become a new killer themselves? Do they snap? And it's like you took everything away from me. It's interesting to think about it that way. What happens when you take
Right.
away the one thing that this one person had?
Right. You're right. It's. I think that's one of the reasons that I am. It's interested in true crime in itself. It's like what makes a person tick? Like, okay, like with when you talk about Ted Bundy, he actually Ted Bundy. Not, that was really country. It came out country Bundy. Um, he didn't have a bad upbringing. Like, he wasn't beat by his family. Now, I will say the only thing that can be kind of considered that would be fucked up a little bit is he was raised thinking that okay, his actual biological mother, he was made to think it was his sister, and that wasn't the case, obviously. But I a lot of people have that kind of family dynamics, especially back then when being young and unwed mother wasn't okay. So there's a lot of people that had that same kind of upbringing that didn't go off to want to kill everybody. I think it's just a power, but I think some people are just, I don't know. I don't know if it will ever make sense.
Behemoth X. Welcome to Unexplained Possibilities.
I love it.
Okay, sorry. I just want to do that real quick. But yeah, I can agree with you. I'm not into the true crimes thing too much. You finding your spot again? It's not for me. It's too real. I like fantasy mess and just, well, like I told you the other day, I don't like things that remind me of reality. I want to get away from it.
Right.
I want the fantasy. I want the zany and silly and fun and goofy, colorful, all that good stuff.
I feel you.
But that's just me. Each their own. You're literally trying to push me out from my spot. No, Cat, you can't do
I
this.
love it.
You go there. Good girl.
She's so cute.
When she's not being bossy, maybe.
She's a girl cat. That's what they do.
Like, this morning, I woke up with her snoring in my face. Like, literally, I woke up and she's just, what the
Yeah.
heck?
She snores?
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, she snores.
I love it. I
Um,
love
so just very weird, but interesting though how we bond with our little furry companions.
it. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Ghost. He's so funny. Like, he'll make these, and I all I can do is, he's only 6 years old. I found his, like, all of his birth record, or his records and stuff, from the shelter the other day, which was going through everything. I'm like, oh. Um, and what's neat is, like, he's only 6, but yet he groans like an old man when he's like, oh. He'll literally make these sounds when he's trying to get comfortable at night. I'm like, you're acting like your joints hurt. Stop it.
That's funny. No,
Oh, he's
with Sweet Pea, she'll go when she's annoyed or something like that.
I love it.
Smell my bum now, Melvin, says your kitty. Well, I didn't say her butt was in my face. I don't know where you got that from. Her face is in my face, and she just happens to be snoring. Well, I'm a little worried about you now. Where did you get this from?
Well, most cats do like to put the bum hole up in I don't know what it is. It's a hello. It's a kitty hello.
It's scent glands. Just like dogs, they smell each other's butts because of
It's so,
scent
yeah,
glands.
I'm so glad that humans don't have to go through all that.
Well, I kind of do, depending.
God, let's not go there. Woo.
Yeah, Na, you're in for the yapping at midnight. There is no flow. It's just whatever comes out comes out.
Oh, and
so,
that happened.
so it's if you want more structure, you'll have to check out the podcast. But this is just Bonnie and I being silly, having fun, yapping about whatever. And it is midnight somewhere, so why not talk about it? Oh, all right, cool. Na, why do I know you? I I know you from somewhere, and it's bugging me that I don't know where. I I know you from somewhere, like, and I can't put my finger on it. I will figure it out though, and pretty much Noella, yes, that.
Cyberpunk. Sorry.
Oh,
Is
that that's what it was. Cyberpunk, the anime, like Edge
yes.
Runners.
That's it. It's really good.
Yeah,
I
I
need to.
I haven't seen it. I won't watch it until I get the game. So.
Okay. Yeah. It's
Oh,
actually it.
okay. So Na is from Live Sci-Fi. Okay, all right.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, I think total we have like 6 people from Live Sci-Fi. So the more the merrier. Keep
I
on coming. Hopefully you enjoy the stay. Enjoy the stay? That doesn't sound right. Enjoy and stay. There we go.
sit down, kick back, and relax.
Yeah,
Sure.
exactly. That thing. So yeah, okay. Cyberpunk Edge Runners. Yeah.
Yes, that one's good.
Whenever I get a Series X and play Cyberpunk, I will then watch Edge Runners. So I'm hoping that will be by my birthday. Like that's kind of a little thing that I've been saving up for. But every time I get enough saved up,
Game.
hmm,
I keep forgetting it's a game.
yeah, it's a game. Like and yeah, so every time I save up for it, something happens and I gotta dip into that money. I get so upset. But the good thing is at least I have the money to dip into and fix whatever the issue is and just reset it,
Right.
you
That's
know.
always, and that's one of the things that I've been like so grateful for lately. It's like, okay, that was sucked, but like right now, like um when I was on my way, and this is what's crazy because everything just worked out the way it needed to. But when I was visiting my cousin in Austin a few weekends ago, um, my literally on the way down, my car totally fine, but starts knocking out of nowhere. I
Mm.
pull over, stop, and then, but I have this coverage to where anything under the motor, under the hood, is taken care of, and so is getting me a tow. And we haven't, my family has, I'm using my mom's vehicle right now, helping with doing errands and such. So it's honestly, I'm getting the car worked. It's everything worked out like stress free, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
As much as some of that kind of crap can be very stressful, it really wasn't. And I'm like, oh, look, I handled everything like a grown adult, and I love it. It's really weird.
Yeah.
It's
And
nice.
I have to say thanks to the little community and it's weird saying that. Like it's helped me with a lot of stuff. Like I was able to get a new laptop thanks to them. I won't say names because I don't know if they want to the recognition, but I was able to get a new laptop. I was able to get a new microphone, thank God, because the other one just I don't know, and a couple other
Yeah.
small little things. And man, I am so grateful and appreciative for it to where I swear I'm still thinking what I can do to repay everyone. I'm gonna do something. I just don't know what yet.
Well,
And
you will be doing a book review very soon for one. That'll be fun.
that's happening, yes. But it's just really amazing. Like, I don't, I'm a pretty private person, so I don't air everything, but like, you guys have no idea how much you helped me in a very big struggle. And I appreciate it so, so very much. And I
Well,
hope,
it's neat watching you grow, Mel. It has been neat watching you grow.
but I do hope you guys don't mind if I get a Subway with some money sometimes, I do hope that's all right. But yeah, but everything though that I get, I try to put right back to unexplained because it's not just me. I mean, yeah, I'll admit I do 98% of the work, but it's not
Yeah,
just me. I want everyone to go away entertained, laughing, happy, perhaps learning a little something. Like, and I do see this as a group effort and honestly a community. Even if you're away for a little bit, welcome back. Hey, bring some hot dogs.
bring a hot dog.
Yeah, don't choke on
Just
it
don't
though.
poke. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, because we don't want you to have any near-death experience from
Uh,
choking on it.
yeah, of course. Then you'll be a super psychic. Um, but I do appreciate it. Like even people just coming by for a split second. That's cool. Hey, you know, a split second or not, thank you. And that's why, I really want to give back in some way,
Right.
just to say thank you. I just don't know how yet. I don't know. Maybe I'll have a sip of alcohol for the first time in my life and say, here's to all of you, and then immediately spit it out because it's terrible. It's like, what was I thinking?
What kind of alcohol? Huh?
Well, now you see, now you're going into specifics. I don't know. I mean,
You
but
try you really yummy tequila.
doesn't that burn your throat?
They it's alcohol. All of them burn your throat to an extent.
Maybe we'll just stick with strawberry lemonade. Oh, there we go. Some carbonated strawberry lemonade. There we go. The good stuff. What?
Carbonated
Yes,
lemonade.
carbonated lemonade is delicious and it's very special. And I only have it, well, I haven't had it in a very long time. So, one
Mm.
day we're going to have a pizza party or something. I'm going to do a 12 to 24-hour stream and I'm going to have some strawberry carbonated lemonade pizza and just going to be, yeah. That's what I can do. Like a 12-hour stream, bring people in and out and just
That
try
would
to say thank you, make it a party. I'll be a zombie, but that would be awesome.
that would be cool.
Wonder if I could talk Niema into that. I know I can't, but I would try. She might do an hour or two. And then it's like, okay, I'm done.
Right, no, but that would be fun to just
Yeah.
kind of get other people, just different people on.
Yeah, that would be cool. I know Benny would do it, and I would have to coordinate it with everyone. But yeah, that would be fun. Like a 12 to 24-hour stream. I say 12 to 24 hours because 24 hours is a long time.
12. I would go 12, and if it goes further, then yay.
Yeah, maybe a 12-hour thank you stream and I would do a book giveaway. Um yeah, book giveaway and some readings.
I think that would be fun.
Yeah, all right. Maybe we'll plan something as a way of saying thank you. What do you guys think who's still in the chat listening? If you're down for that, press 1. If you're not down for that, press 2. If you're not listening, press 3. If you know the movie you'd like to watch, press 0.
Or Mr. Movie Phone.
Well, okay, so evidently we have a couple of people who weren't listening because
They hit 3.
no, they didn't hit 3. They said I'd be down, sounds good. I said hit 1.
They're just ADD.
Gosh darn it. Um,
It's called Follow Directions, folks. I don't do it either.
Oh, you're leaving me, sweet? Yeah, you're leaving me. All right, little curly tail cat. You didn't know which way
Oh,
to go, did you?
she was like, is she is sitting behind on your? No, she's
No.
not on. Just sitting behind you.
Yeah. But let me
Looking
see.
top noir.
Show how curly your tail is for the camera.
It is. It's all
Yeah, it's
hooked. It's hooked over.
yeah.
She's so cute.
Yeah. Yeah, Paranormal Witch put one. She listened.
She always likes boxes. Melvin always has to send me pictures of her when she's in a box because I like the kitties in boxes.
Yeah. Oh, there's these two little small boxes. She knows she can't get in them, so she just sits on top of them. She's bigger than the boxes, and it's like, and she's
Oh,
just sitting there, just very proud.
of the box.
Yeah,
I love
I need to snap one of her when she's doing that because she just looks ridiculous.
it.
And it's like, what are you
she,
doing?
she wants to fit in it so bad.
Yeah, but she's not a small cat. Not at
I
all.
can't tell. You said she got a big booty.
Yeah, she's a yeah. She's not small. Um, although not too long ago, I actually did some look like some mess out of the Three Stooges. Like
What?
the black cat showed up.
The one she's always screaming at her.
Yeah, that black cat. Like that cat has made Sweet Pea racist, and she hates all black cats now. It was another
Oh,
black cat who was just walking by, visiting, cute little thing, and she saw him and her tail got poofy and just like, "Arr." And
puffed, all big.
yeah, and I'm like, that's not the cat you hate, but she was ready to attack, and I had to pick her up, and she's snorting. And
Yeah,
everything.
that's crazy.
But
Oh, hey, remember the cat Lucifer that ran away? I thought that electrocuted himself a couple of years ago.
mm,
He's back.
really,
Yeah, I swear it's weird because it's like I don't know. He's just drawn back, and so like he don't want to come in. He's definitely an outdoor cat, but I always leave food out for him now because now our male cat does not care for him. Jealous, but the other cats are pretty accepting, which is funny because our male cat is totally fine with the other male cat that comes in, but it's oddly enough another black cat. Like so, yeah. He's like, well, no, you can only love me. But Lucifer was always a sweet cat anyway. But it's really weird that he came back. It just, I don't know. It's like, I guess, like I said, the whole energy around the house, everything's changed. Just like, I feel like maybe he's just felt, okay, it's time to come back now. Everything's better.
well, I'm happy he's home.
I am too. I am too.
That ah,
Yeah.
that warms the heart.
It is. It's always neat because it's like, huh, okay, he's drawn back. I feel like that's a positive thing. It's a really good thing.
Yeah, it is.
I feel like the whole dynamic, to me, it just kind of is really, it was almost like proof of energy changing for good.
Yeah, that's a good way of viewing it.
Really, because, well, animals are way more perceptive than we are at times.
You know what you should do too? You should eat some peppers.
Why?
Clear you out of some bad nastiness. Clean your
Okay.
body up. So yeah, just get some peppers. Just start yum yum yum. That's what I do.
Just eat a straight hot pepper.
Yeah, I got some jalapenos over there. I just
Like, do you eat raw or do you eat, like, pickled?
both.
Okay.
Yeah, so just eat some. Get some toxins out of you. Plus, it helps
You're probably saying that to be mean.
No, I'm being very serious. That's what I do. I drink hot sauce. I eat pepper. Like I don't have any health insurance and I can't afford it. So I have to do whatever I can to stay healthy and
Well,
clear
it
out
worked.
toxins. So yes, I'm being dead serious. Drink some hot
Right.
sauce, eat some peppers.
Well, like right now, I don't know about in California, but I know here, um, RSV is going around. And so, like, watching, when my dad was not feeling well the other day, they had to make sure he didn't have RSV.
Yeah.
Um, which is weird because typically it's like little kids get it, but it is a respiratory virus. So it's just, I have asthma and that's not something I want. But it is going around. So,
Yeah, it was a bad outbreak here in California. They're not talking about it as much now, so I'm assuming it's somewhat under control.
huh.
But
So y'all have,
it was bad.
well, and I did get some emergency that I'll drink it. It's my cousin actually loves the taste of it. Me, it's tolerable, but it's not like, ooh, I get to go take my emergency now, yay! Like she's okay with drinking it. She likes the way it tastes, but like I'm not bad. I'm fascinated by the taste. It's just it's not horrible.
Yeah.
It's better than Alka-Seltzer. So.
I don't think I've ever had Alka-Seltzer, so
Oh god,
but
just like
I don't
it's
know.
like kind of. Have you ever ate the shredded up with Tylenol or whatever that is, the BC powders?
BC powder?
Oh my gosh. So it is crushed up powdered version of Tylenol or aspirin. It goes straight to the bloodstream and helps you feel better quicker, but imagine that powder hitting your tongue.
Uh no, I've never tried that. I've never tasted. No, I probably would throw up.
Oh, it is. I've done it a few times when I absolutely, because I would get headaches and stuff a lot. It's just not. I do not recommend.
Don't recommend.
I
Okay.
do not recommend at all.
So since you mentioned headaches, I think this is where we're going to start wrapping it up. But since you mentioned headaches, sometimes that's a sign of an implant.
No.
Your face dropped so hard.
Well, because if you only knew how often I have freaking headaches, it's.
Sometimes it's a sign. I mean, like if you get them like here towards the middle, then that's where it's like, okay, well, we got a problem here. But if it's towards the back, you're okay. But you could actually use your REM pod to try and communicate with them as well.
I may do that.
Like, hey, any
Hey,
extraterrestrials
if you
here?
want to talk to me, use this thing so I don't freak the fuck out because I don't want you to unmask yourself. That's what
But
I'll
they
do.
can do that. I mean, they did mess with your electricity before.
Oh my god. Yeah.
But they stopped after you asked them to stop,
Yeah.
and so
And that's what's crazy is when that happened. That was just like, okay.
so.
So
But you've come a long way with your alien stuff.
yeah, I'm doing better. I mean, like, I do always keep an eye on the sky, which sounds funny, but I do. Now I've always been fascinated with it, but I don't run in like there would be times that I would sit out in the car and like think about like, oh, and I kind of freak myself out and want to run in. Now I can kind of handle it like until I start like really putting stuff in my head and like, okay, what did I just see? Then I start freaking myself out and I have to go in. So
All right. You have a good one, Jennifer, and Bonnie. You have to catch up with Jennifer soon. That's what she says.
yes, I do need to. We need to talk. Call me. What the call? Talk soon.
Now, I am reminded of a story where they were in a car and everything, and they they were in a somewhat secluded area, which is always a no-no, and they've been visited before. They know they've been visited before. They're aware of this, and they actually gained time.
Gained?
Hmm. It's when because they're where were they driving? They were driving wherever. It should have taken them about 30, 40 minutes to get there, and in an instant, it was like a flash or whatever. Things went. They said it went white, and then they were back in their car or whatever at the destination in like 15 minutes.
Damn.
They
That would be
gained time.
that would be unsettling.
And it's like, how did this happen? What was done? And then there are, of course, most people know losing time, and it's just weird how it happens, man. It's just
Yeah.
so weird. And it's just like that. And it's nothing you can do about it. You can't stop it. You just have to
Yeah.
take it and hope you don't remember if it was bad.
Right. I've had the losing time happen a couple of times that I can literally put my fingers on.
Oof.
So,
And it's just so weird. And then there was another person who said they woke up in the middle of whatever they were doing with these giant heads and these giant black eyes looking at them. And it was like, uh-oh.
but
you know.
actually,
Yeah, so they now, oh, I can't remember this woman's name. I wanted to get her on Unexplained, but she never got back to me, unfortunately. And her story was so interesting because she was talking about how she believed she was visited by extraterrestrials, but also the government. And she
what,
was able to distinguish the two because of how she was knocked out.
really, that would
So, so
that's yeah.
with the aliens, she said that she was on the table and everything. It was several of them. It was a white room. She couldn't really see their faces too much, and but she wasn't queasy or anything. It was just very bright. It was like you're not supposed to see us. And
Right.
one of them walked in and noticed she was awake, and she said that he quickly inspected her, and he did something where this sounds bad, but he between her legs and then pointed at her, and she fell asleep. She was out. And then she woke up in her bed. Like, whoa, what the heck?
That
And then another time, and this is, she believes, was government. She was in the room, white room, very bright, but she felt drugged up and just weird and disoriented. And they hit her with the needle. They didn't
ew.
do the little point thing, whatever that was.
I don't know which is a little more unsettling. I don't want to be drugged up at all, but then I don't want something I've never seen before hitting me
Well, I
in
mean,
my.
I mean, if that's how they knock you out, that's how they knock you out. But just
It's just Annie.
pop, pop, boof. But I thought that was interesting, though, that distinction, because she said, like, if you're capable of just pointing and I go out, or something, it's like it's no way you would have to drug me up, hit me with the needle, and all that. And
Right.
now the question is, what was the government doing to her, and why were they trying to make it look like extraterrestrials? And
Right.
do the extraterrestrials know about the government? And vice versa.
Or are they working together?
Probably. It's a lot of questions that, well, people should not try to find the answers to, or else they get a knock on the door, and not
Right.
in the Three's Company type of way.
Dun, dun, da, da, da. Yeah.
Uh,
Uh,
you know, um, it was interesting though that she said that, and then Rose. I don't think she shared this when she used to host with me, but she told me there's been many times where she's at home on her couch or whatever, and she would see a light, and she would look at it like, what the heck is that? And it would flash, whatever, and then she would just fall out and then wake up. Where it's like, what the heck was that?
Well,
One,
yeah, sense though. It would be like, yeah.
at one time, it happened, and she woke up and her pajamas were on backwards.
Sorry. Well, I've had that happen too, but that's just a little drinker.
Well, this wasn't anything like that. So yeah, she woke up, her pajamas were on backwards, and
I'm kidding. I really am kidding.
oh, okay. And she noticed that some of her dog biscuits were missing. The dog treats. They were gone. So they took some dog treats.
Maybe they had to give them to the dog to like keep from getting bit.
The dogs were outside.
Okay. Maybe they were.
So, but yeah, I think that's a good spot to end it. What do you think, Bonnie?
I think so.
So, yeah, thank you guys for hanging out with us. Hope you enjoyed. Stephanie, thank you for the 30. I will be
Yay!
uh expect a review of that book in the very near future. And
This is gonna be great.
and yeah, thank you guys for hanging out. Really, really appreciate it. Also, stay tuned for a review of Wednesday. And if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe to the channel, like it, please. Pretty pleased with the strawberry on top. And also be sure to check out the book I wrote, So Strange Times, Volume 1. It is available on Amazon. If you like Goosebumps in Erie, Indiana, you'll like So Strange Times. So thank you guys again. Bonnie, thank you. And as always, it is midnight somewhere in the world. So go ahead and do some yapping. Bye, everybody.